CDC or local law enforcement agencies, they'll tell you heroin is now an epidemic. The deadly drug has already taken numerous lives in the East, but sometimes out of darkness comes light. WNCT's Josh Birch joins us with a special report you'll only see on 9 on Your Side.
Well, Angela, for those who haven't dealt with a heroin addiction, it's hard to understand what the drug can really do. For one Onslow County woman, it almost took her life, but now she's turned it all around and is giving back to those in need.
I always kind of felt like I didn't fit in anywhere. And so I did it because other people were doing it.
The journey for Della Gohagen has been long and difficult. The woman she's become today shaped by a dark past. Gohagen is a former heroin addict.
You know the feeling like when you turn the shower on, it's been a long day, you're cold, and you turn that shower on and it's just sheer warmth from top to bottom. You close your eyes and you go, man, this feels good. That's what it is.
Her experience with heroin started at the age of 17 in the parking lot of a McDonald's in Surf City.
I would settle for pain pills after that, but I didn't want them. Heroin is what I wanted.
From there, her life spiraled out of control. For the next several years, Gohagen lost her family, job, money, house, but most importantly, her self-worth.
I missed every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every Easter, every birthday.
During these trying times, the consequences of her actions didn't matter. Occasionally, she would think about quitting, but continued to fall right back into the lifestyle of a heroin addict.
I could never get over the sound of my mom begging me to come home.
Broken relationships with her family weren't enough to overcome the addiction. Few things were, until one day in December of 2013 in Wilmington, when Gohagen came face to face with death.
And I parked at the Wachovia downtown, and I shot up. And the next thing I know, I was in the back of an ambulance with them calling out my name, and it was almost like waking up from a dream.
She had overdosed on heroin, passing out behind the wheel and rolling down the hill on Gray Street in downtown Wilmington.
It actually rolled through 2 red lights, and a Good Samaritan realized what was happening and pulled his car in front of her and intentionally let her run into the back of him.
Her car rested along a power pole, luckily right in front of an EMS station. Once paramedics found out she had overdosed, they quickly revived her with Narcan, saving her life in more ways than one.
Nothing happens by coincidence. The Lord has a plan for us all, whether you're a believer or a non-believer.
Now, more than 2 years later, Gohagen is sober and is finally meeting the men she says saved her life that December day.
Doing well. I'm Eric.
Good. I'm Della. It's nice to see you again.
It's a rare occurrence for first responders to see such a turnaround, even rarer to find out how big an impact their actions made.
Most of the time when we see people we've interacted with previously, it's, like I said, another negative interaction. And this time it's good that it's positive.
This is the first time I've been approached positively as well. And it is wonderful to see that, she has changed.
Today, Gohagen walks down that same street, a completely different woman with a new life ahead of her.
I always say, well, maybe this story will help somebody else. Because I can tell them I've been there, I've done that, I know it.
She's now part of a recovery group at Salem Baptist Church in Sneads Ferry called H2O, where she can make a difference in the lives of other drug addicts and their loved ones. She's repaired relationships with her family and married the man of her dreams. But the best part?
I can hold my head up high. What is the best part? What wouldn't be the best part?
And Angela Gohagen told me that she actually hadn't thought about that Wilmington accident until I asked her about it a couple weeks ago. And I think that reunion meant as much to those first responders as it did to her that day.
I'm sure it did. Now, I know we've been following this issue for a while, and you've got another special report coming up later tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Tonight at 11, we're going to take a different look at the problem from all sides, from mental health to law enforcement to even churches getting involved to really help combat this problem.
All right, you can always catch up on what leaders are doing in your area to combat the issue by searching for related stories on WNCT.com.